On this week's video, we're going to talk a little bit about recovery. Now, stop press, this is big news. Exercise isn't actually very good for you. It drains your energy reserves, it damages muscle tissue, it produces damaging byproducts, and increases inflammation in the body, which is never a good thing. What in actual fact is good for you is the recovery, and it's how our body adapts and recovers to exercise that actually is the thing that makes us healthier. So it's really important to adapt and recover as optimally as possible. And we can control how well we recover largely through nutrition. So today we're just going to go through the 4 areas of nutrition that you need to pay attention to make sure that you recover well, and in that sense be as healthy as possible and get the most from the exercise or training that you do. A good way to think about how to plan your nutrition strategy when it comes to recovery is just thinking about what's gone out needs to come back in again. So number 1, we need to think about fluid and sodium loss when we exercise, particularly in hot conditions, or if we exercise really intensely, then we're going to sweat. That's fluid, so we need to drink something. We also sweat salts or sodium, as you may have seen in our hydration video, and so we need to replace those as well. There's no exact science to this, and it depends on how much you've lost as to what you need to put in. But basically sipping little and often from as soon as you finish the exercise will help you to rehydrate, and that will help you to recover better. Number 2, you've used energy when you've exercised, so you need to take some energy back on, often in the form of carbohydrates, again for those of you who train quite intensely for a sport such as triathlon. After a session you're going to have used some of those carbohydrate stores. We don't store a lot, so you need to take some more on. Again, how much you take on is sort of in proportion to how much you've used, but as a vague point of reference, if you were to take on about 1 gram of carbohydrate per kilogram of your body weight after a strenuous exercise session, that would kickstart recovery really optimally. And you want to take that on board as soon as possible after the exercise is finished. Number 3 is protein. I spoke in the introduction about breaking down muscle tissue. But one of the things that people misunderstand about protein is actually your body uses it to adapt and recover to whatever exercise you do. So the amount of protein you need, whether you are like Farah or a power sport athlete like Chris Hoy, is broadly similar. Ideally, you want to get on board about 15 to 20 grams of protein as soon as you've finished an exercise session, especially if it's been stressful and worn you down a little bit. And this is an area where supplements can come in really useful because it's difficult to get a bit of lean protein or a bean medley or nut mix to the side of the pool. So using supplements can be a really easy way of getting good quality, fast absorbing protein in and helping adaptation and recovery. Lastly, and number 4, when we exercise, particularly doing endurance exercise which requires oxygen, we produce things called free radicals in our body, and they damage DNA, they accelerate aging and inhibit recovery. We can fight against those by including lots of berries, green leafy veg, tea, and also herbs and spices, particularly ginger and cinnamon, in our diet. If we do that, then again we help on a sort of molecular level to fix that damage, repair and recover more quickly than we would do otherwise. And as a bonus, it'll keep us younger for longer. So those are the 4 areas of nutrition you need to pay attention to make sure that you recover as well as possible after any training session. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe. You can click here, and to see any of our other videos, just click down there.